we've talked recently about how we're going to change up the kind of the structure of the adventure. We're going to have the map. I'm going to finally post that up on the episode notes and on the website. What you guys are now in the process of doing is exploring the Slagmire Isles in more fullness. Between sessions, you guys have told me where you want to go next. Do you want to kind of speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, we on Torlin, the big issue right now is that we're low on food, and it was pointed out in an earlier session that there was a volcano island not too far out from Torlin, where Torlin is anchored, quote unquote, and we came up with the plan to go scout that area out as a potential food source or place to grow food in the future.
Nice. And in order to get there, you're going to be traveling by sea. You take out, I believe you guys had called it the Sloopadoop. There's been a few different names for your vessel.
The other players called it the Sloopadoop.
What did Frostglade call it, though?
The ship formerly known as the Sloopadoop?
Well, if you're going to put me on the spot, yeah, we'll stick with that, I guess. But I'll be happy about it. Okay.
So you take the Sloopadoop, which is a small vessel with sails and paddles for you whenever you need to do some rowing.
Paddles.
Oars, I suppose you could say.
Oh, okay.
You skim across. Yeah, you're clipping across the Soulfire Sea at a very nice pace. The sea air whipping back and forth across Frostglade's bows. You are heading straight there. You've passed Glade's Edge Island. You're passing Gromer's Town. And the various ships that are coming in and out of port there. And you're continuing on until where you expect to see the Volcanic Island. And you see the telltale signs of cindering ash far before you actually see the island itself. But you notice that as you're getting closer to it, the plume is erratic and violent with the clap of what initially sounds like thunder.
Oh.
The sea air, which is normally very light and breezy, I believe it has the described surface of fresca. You notice that the air around you darkens and clouds with ash, and you feel it in your nostrils as you begin to make it closer to the island. And once you do see the island itself, it lays ahead of you, a thin strip of green lush jungle lining a single towering volcano at the very center of the island. And as you bring the Sloopadoop around the coastline on one side, you see a wide sandy beachhead opening up ahead of you. And you also notice that this white pristine sand is interrupted only by thick black veins of cooled lava.
Blaines.
So many Blaines, get out of here.
Damn Blaines. Once we get to within wading territory, so for Frostglade, that's 6 to 8 feet, he'd hop out and pull the ship ashore.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to roll might? I'll roll might. Okay, Dave. You talked me into it.
Isaac just wants to roll things.
Roll your bones, damn it.
Yeah.
Speaking of rolling, I want to get my dice out here.
So many successes.
Okay, well, I'm not even going to ask. You hurl the ship onto the shoreline.
Shattering it
immediately.
Onto the volcano.
Yeah.
Dave, you mentioned that it's pretty ashy and smoggy here. Is it is it very, very much so, almost unseeable? What's the level that we're looking at? Would I be breathing in toxic smog and unable to really breathe properly? Yeah,
so it's kind of you could imagine it's your long distance is obscured at this point. You're not in the middle of a storm or anything like that. It's not burning your nostrils from where you are, but you very much do smell cindering smoke. The kind of volcanoes have this smell of almost like rotten eggs, kind of chemical gas smells.
The sulfur, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so as you step out onto the beachhead, you're uninhibited from overall ability to sense and move.
I thought we were talking about sensibilities for a second. Frostgate is going to get really friendly with the crew. Is it just the three of us? We travel light, right?
Well, as far as you've told me, yeah.
Shoot, we forgot.
Cass smells the air and looks over to Okri and did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, this is a fart joke, guys. I didn't get it either. It's okay, Nico. I didn't get it.
It must turn on the quad breather.
I should have remembered to keep mine.
Frostglade rumbles discontentedly. He's in a hurry. You guys can tell. He holds
right.
up a sign, apparently. I'm in a hurry.
He's a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah. Holy shit, we're adventuring with Wile E. Coyote.
Well, seems to me like we came here for a reason, so might as well jump onto the island and check the area out. Though it does seem a bit unhospitable to plant life.
Yeah, I didn't expect the volcano to take up the entire island. Just kind of start looking up at it like, oh my.
Well, there's a sweltering jungle here, though, too, right? I mean, there's a lot of plant life here. Frostblade's going to take a few steps into the jungle, immediately setting off the encounter you have planned, of course. He'll kneel down. Yeah, exactly. And I want to roll a nature check, Dave.
Sure.
Frostblade's going to examine the plants to see how healthy they are. What I want to know is, are we likely going to find some food here?
Good question. So you're rolling, I don't know what you're rolling. You should be rolling a nature check.
He just likes to roll. He just loves to roll.
It's a nature check.
Nature mind. Let's do a 4-3.
I only got 2 successes.
How about I help with my chemistry knowledge of plants?
Are you trained in nature?
No, but I can try and help.
I don't think
I
so.
got gumption.
Yeah. What I can tell you, Frostblade, is that you sense the plant life here, and you actually kind of smell, or I guess maybe you smell. I don't know. I have no idea how your physiology works. Your nose holes pick up a sense that you can tell that these lava flows have burnt some of the forest recently, but that's all you can tell.
Okay, well, that's fair. Frostblade stands up and simply says, the volcano. Captain Obvious here. It's active.
That's very astute of you there, Frostblade. By the looks of things, this may not be the normal situation here on the island. This may be an aberrant situation we've run into. I don't believe it's always so active.
Seems like there's a rhythm to the volcano. Maybe something's causing this.
Well, what gives you that idea?
What?
Well, Dave, you did mention there was there was a rhythm to it. Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah. I didn't quite say rhythm, but I just had a very visceral vision of like sick beats coming out of the top of the volcano.
It's just Darude Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Just a rave.
Yeah. So
Probably
like the smoke coming out of the volcano is anything but steady. It'll kind of spurt and fire off these large explosions very erratically.
Now, I'm no volcanologist, but don't volcanoes sometimes spew out molten hot lava?
I'm no volcanologist either. Frostblade, is this a regular occurrence?
Oh no! Here's the part where everyone wants Frostblade to know things about nature. Frostblade just nods slowly and rumbles. Yes.
It seems to me like if we were on an island that had an active volcano on it, we might not want to be on an island with an active volcano on it. You know what I'm saying?
There could still be food.
I mean, yeah, we can always forage and take a look. Like, try and find something, but we want to make this long term. The volcano might actually be a bit of a problem.
I'm thinking in the near term, in fact. This thing seems about to blow, which is bad news, as we are currently on the island, which is about to blow.
I mean, the boat's right there. We head back to
Well,
Torland.
Dave, it's been a good adventure.
Wonderful.
This seems dangerous. Let's go home.
Yeah. Oh, man, we almost died last time. I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
Dave, I really want to roll an awareness.
Sure.
There's got to be something that'll point us in the right direction here.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Awareness,
what can you tell me?
mind, 4-2, and just tell me how many successes you get.
I got 3 of those.
Oh my goodness, that's one more than what I asked for. Okay,
Yeah,
so
man.
you see a series of small worn trails coming in and out of the jungle. You actually, from your natural affinity, you do see some game trails, but you actually notice that one is worn down by foot traffic, humanoid foot traffic.
Oh, awesome. Can we tell what sort of humanoids if I examine the tracks?
Yeah, go for it. I think that one is a
okay,
survival,
I
right?
do that. No, I just did it. It's fine. We can leave it at that. Yeah, I'll roll a thing. Survival, you say? I'm actually trained in that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do a 4-2 survival. Getting all
While
these
he's doing
basic
that,
checks out of the way early.
Would I be able to kind of determine whether this volcano, while it is active, like would I be able to get maybe a timing on when it actually would be dangerous for us? Like obviously there's no lava flows right now, but
Okay.
kind of getting
Yeah,
idea.
so as an untrained volcanologist,
As
you'll need
established.
to either you could do a lore mind or a nature mind. I'm leaning nature, but if you can justify a lore check, we can go with that.
I'm probably going to go nature mind.
Okay, while you're rolling that, Frostglade, you had mentioned you got 3 successes?
Yeah.
You notice that there's actually 2 sets of prints along this trail, 2 types of footprints, I should say. One is kind of the broad, wide, flat feet of Dwarden, and the other set of feet, it's strange. It feels like it's overall humanoid in shaped, but the weight is significantly denser.
Agree.
You said one dwarf and one heavier, right?
Well, so there's several tracks that have gone along this path, and there's 2 general types that Frostglade can sense. One is Dwarden footfall, and the other is generally humanoid shaped, but a lot heavier. That's all you're really able to determine.
How does it compare to my footprints for size?
That's a good
size. Smaller, actually. Weight not as smaller, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and that's pretty interesting. Frostglade just says, Agree. Are your kin supposed to be here?
I hope it's the right kind. I hope it's not Grimrot's crew, because otherwise things might get hairy here.
Who is Grimrot?
Oh, never you mind. Just my old captain who wants me dead. Anyways, swiftly moving on.
Let's just say the last time we saw him, he was a little less than kind.
Cass, what was your roll? You rolled nature, I believe?
I rolled, I forget what the DC was, but I rolled a 6, a 5, a 3, and a 2.
Damn, I don't remember what the check was, and it's on the recording, so I'll be a liar.
I think it was 4
with 2 successes. I think so. I think with these successes, you were asking if you're in imminent danger.
Yeah, I wanted to know, kind of get an idea of whether this thing was going to pop off anytime soon.
So let's put it this way. It is kind of continually popping off with little spurts of magma and, well, now lava, as it's exposed to the air, comes off the top a little bit. You're not getting the sense that it would be so fast that you could not retreat to your ship. It's not going to like explode like a bomb. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we would have some form of forewarning if we were paying attention. And with that knowledge, Cass will kind of like lift back her hat, look up at the volcano, kind of take it in, and look at her companions and say, if we're here to do a job, then we might as well do it. And the faster the better, because I don't want to be here if that thing pops off, as it were.
Yes.
You know, for someone who said they don't know volcanoes, you're quite adept at these. My goodness, Cass, we'll make a scholar out of you yet. And I hit her in the arm and just keep walking towards the tracks.
Well, the red lava stuff isn't coming down, so I just thought.
I will scout ahead.
Frosty, do an awareness mind, and you can do a 4-2, and we'll scale that off of your successes.
4-2? I got 3 successes.
Okay, cool.
Easy.
Yeah, so it's not long after scouting along the trail that you see a clearing in the jungle. The jungle canopy is overall actually quite thick here. You do see a fair bit of biodiversity in terms of small bugs. You actually see like these kind of like fireflies that literally have, flames kind of spurting out the back as they soar through the air. You're seeing all sorts of little critters along the ground, like little snakes and little lizards. And as you approach the edge of this clearing, what you see is as follows. So at the base of the volcano, you see a giant carved bronze face etched into the side. It stares outwards. You notice that it has this really heavy brow, nose sloping down, and it has like this forked beard that comes along an archway. And you notice that the mouth of the archway is a series of basically like spikes that kind of have risen up to form a gateway, almost as if they're teeth. And within the eyes, you actually notice that there are braziers illuminating them and kind of flickering as you notice the volcano kind of erupting. You notice these flames kind of flicker back and forth as well.
It's pronounced braziers, Dave.
Braziers,
but Frostglade nods appreciatively at all of the plant and animal life, and then just crouches in the forest and allows the others to catch up.
Also, while you're waiting and you're scrutinizing this entranceway, you actually see a series of legs that end at the knees. They are fused by the feet to the rock approaching the entrance, and it looks like they are slightly melted, and it looks like they're hewn from some kind of stone.
There are stone legs,
Yeah.
legs only, partially melted on the approach to the... I see what you're saying. This is high fantasy, guys. Welcome.
I believe that we've allowed him the courteous amount of time to scout ahead, and we should catch up with him now.
That should be enough time, right? Yeah, okay, cool.
I believe that's enough time.
Nice.
We appear to see the same thing.
How much time is that?
The appropriate time.
However appropriate
perfect.
time.
Okay. I was worried there.
We know. We're soulbound. We're soulbound, remember?
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
So we see this statue as well.
As you guys approach, Frostglade says, I think it's a trap.
What makes you say that?
And Frostglade points at what may or may not be at the melted statuary legs. I'm wondering if they're actually like, I don't know, maybe creatures that were melted there. Regardless, something made them melt there, and it's in front of the large face. I just don't really trust this. I think flames are going to spew out of this thing.
Can I grab a rock and throw it near one of those legs?
Sure.
Not my rock.
Yeah, you can do that as a free action. I'm not going to make you roll for that. You can chuck a rock.
I'm going to try and chuck a rock at the legs, see if they're like actually, stone or something.
Sure. You chuck the rock over. It hits it like at the kneecap and bounces around. But the legs seem firmly fused to the ground.
Are the statue legs uniform? Are they all the same, or are they all different?
Very slightly different, but not to a degree that you'd think would matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And final question before really diving back in: the legs they look to have been singed or like melted?
Are there scorch marks?
You can tell from the feet, like, because at the bottom they kind of puddle up as if they've been melted.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really tell how they've been destroyed from this distance.
All right, cool. Well, with that said, I'm curious about these little statues. Can I go investigate them? The ones that seem to have been lopped off at the knee?
Of course.
I'm kind of looking to see. You said that they were melted. I kind of want to investigate that a little bit more. In my head, I'm kind of thinking like there have been lava flows recently, and it's possible that maybe they got like melted down. Maybe there was lava in the area in the last 1,000 years.
Okay, while you're doing that, Cass, Frostly is just going to draw a knock, an arrow, and survey the area, and just rumble a be careful.
Roger that.
I'd like to pull out or flick down one of the lenses on my ether lenses.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that grant me witch sight.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is there magic?
You flip that on. You notice around the legs there's a very, very last lingering elements of magical presence.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on the gateway around the door there seems to be some kind of magic, like
a coruscating aura.
A coruscating aura.
Nice. Thank you. It's a good word. Okay. As Cass starts walking, I'm going to call out, Cass, heads up. The door's magic. It's coruscating.
Oh no!
Does coruscating?
Everybody get down.
Does coruscating mean what I think it means?
I mean sparkly, or I don't remember.
Thank you for clarifying. Anyways, she'll actually call back. Actually, speaking of magic, what does the volcano look like?
I'll look up the volcano.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll look up at the volcano.
The volcano seems more or less mundane.
It's as normal as a volcano can be.
All right. Well, there's no magic afoot here. Then that's good news. And she's going to go and continue to investigate these statues.
As you get closer to it, go ahead and do an awareness mind. It'll be, let's do a 5-2 and see what you get.
Sure. Roll well.
Does Frostglade keeping a close eye out? Does he also get to roll? Or is this,
sure. Go for it.
Hey, let's all do it. Why not?
That's a good call. You should roll as well since you flipped on your vision and stuff.
I did make it. I got 2 5s, a 4, and a 3.
Okay.
Nice. Also 2 here.
2, and then Okri, just so I can do it all at once.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Damn.
So I'll just describe basically everything you all see. So as Cass, as you make your way out of the clearing towards the center, the other 2 wouldn't notice this, but only you would notice this. You cast a glance towards the braziers or braziers, and you notice that the eyes, the way that they're carved, from the side, you would assume that they are looking out towards like the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're making your way across the clearing, it looks like they're watching you.
God damn it. I knew it.
As you approach, you also notice below those eyes, along the slats that kind of go up into the metal beard, you notice there's some kind of language written on it. And then finally, as you approach these legs, which I think you're most specifically looking at. So yeah, you look at it. You can tell that the legs have been melted from the feet down. From above, though, you actually realize that these were three near identical humanoid stone constructs standing next to each other in sequence. And with that roll, you notice that they had actually been cleaved with one slash with some kind of weapon.
Okay, gotcha. They were cleaved and they're kind of melty. And
I see Isaac wants that weapon.
I wasn't thinking that, but now I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start moving back to them, but like halfway back, I'm gonna like walk backwards and like forwards and just like keep my eyes on the statue. Is it like rotating at all, or does it kind of like?
You're talking about the giant face or the statue legs?
Yeah, the giant face. Sorry.
No, it's perfectly stationary. It's just it's carved in the way where the eyes are aware of you as you move around. I'll also mention that those sets of legs, now that you're kind of closer to it, they are actually kind of blackened with all this ash in the area. You pass a hand across it very briefly, and you wipe away soot, revealing that these legs are actually crafted from a deep green material.
Okay.
Fantasy Jade.
Ignis Jade.
Guys, the statue is freaking me out. The eyes seem to follow me wherever I go.
Is that why you're walking around like that?
Yeah, it's this is a bit disconcerting, I must say.
Well, I mean, they haven't charged anything up, have they? Like, they're not about to shoot or anything?
Cast stops moving. I do not know. What would be the indication of that?
I don't know. I mean...
Why would you say that, Okri? Why would you... I'm gonna... You know what?
Let's see what happens. I'm gonna walk up. I
believe there may be some language up here, Okri.
Ooh? Okay, now I'm hustling over to Cass.
I'm thinking I might take a look, but now you've got me spooked with this laser beam prospect.
Oh, I didn't say anything about laser beams. Do you think they're laser beams? I don't know about that. Gotta stop back.
Are there laser beams? What?
I now have a fear of laser beams where I did not before.
Fair enough.
Okri, as you cross into the clearing, you feel like the eyes are watching you.
Oh, wow! I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
it's uncanny,
weird.
Ain't it?
I heard of art that do things like that, where the eyes follow you across the room.
From Frostglade's position, he just sees like Okri and Cass just kind of like walking back and forth,
crab walking side to side. Oh wow! Okay, we both moved in separate directions to see if they follow either of us. So we can make it go cross-eyed.
All right, on the count of three. One, two, three.
On three? Wait, on three or on go?
On the
laser eyes eviscerate you immediately.
Yes, that is the appropriate response.
I love as a DM, Dave like made this thing and he's like, they're gonna get it pretty quick here. We're gonna move along. It's got a couple of idiots just walking around in the middle of a clearing.
Frostblade's not willing to be the only one not in the clearing now, so it's three idiots actually.
Nice. I'd like to read the writing. Do I know what it is?
I think it's time that we moved in closer and proceeded.
You move up to the teeth of this gate, and you notice that it is written in Khazalid.
Ooh!
Do you read it?
Yes, I sure hope I do.
I was debating reading it letter by letter, but that would be profoundly boring. It simply says, as you translate it, "Show me power."
All right, fellas, it says "Show me power."
That kind of makes sense, actually. Now that I'm looking at these statues, it seems as if something perhaps did show a power. I imagine hewing three statues in a single cleave is somewhat powerful.
What is this made out of? And I like to touch it and kind of take a look at the statues. What are they made out of?
So Okri, you're familiar with the substance. It is indeed made out of Ignis Jade. The deep green and rippled with those veins of bright flame-like ore.
All right, we're coming back for these, right? Look at the two. We're coming back for these, right?
The feet.
It's Ignis Jade. Even though it's feet, it's still worth something. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Torlin doesn't have any food.
Are there any
right
other
now.
statues
How many Ignis
we
Jade
got what we
statues
came for,
can we
guys.
get? Yeah.
Now,
We can buy food with
hold
these.
up there. Now, hold up there, everybody. I don't believe that looting and scooting in this situation is called for. This is not
Looting
our
and
stuff.
scooting?
What?
We did
you
not
say?
come here to steal. I
Looting
don't
and
believe it
scooting's what I
is. It
do
is right
best.
of us. Okay, yeah. Let's get past the scooting part here.
All right. Show me power.
I just don't believe that it is right of us to deface this property. It is
True.
not ours. I mean, quite frankly, it might upset someone if they were to come back and see that all of this stuff had been taken.
Are there any other statues around, Dave? Silly question. You would have mentioned it, right? Yeah.
Just the 3, yeah.
Frostglade,
What can we break?
swing at the statues. See what you can do.
Well, I'd like to, but mentally, I'm having trouble. Like, there's 1.5 feet worth of stone off the ground. Like, I don't know. It feels weird. Oh, maybe I can tear them out. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one and try to tear it out of the ground, Dave.
Sure.
That sounds like a thing
hold
to
your
do.
horses there. Hold your horses.
No, Cass, come on.
Too late. I've already narrowed my eyes.
Good gracious.
Okay, might body. Just
Got that
roll
right.
and tell me how many you get. It's going to be on 5s.
That's a little disappointing. Just 2.
Okay.
Yep.
So you latch on. You
Soul
wrap around.
fire!
Not that.
You wrap around these 2 legs that are fused to the ground, and you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. But you realize, like, as you're getting into it, these are basically fused now to the rock bed entirely. So as you begin to pull it, you actually feel like some creaking and cracking of little branchlets as it does not move.
Branchlets. My weakness. Okay, Frostglade immediately stops, looks at the other 2, and just kind of shrugs apologetically.
I'm gonna pull out my Volcanizer pistol and shoot another one.
Good.
Okay.
Good lord.
I don't know.
This is
Throwing spaghetti at the wall here, Cass. I'm seeing what sticks.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna make you roll that
Oh.
because you could just like shoot it right from up close and stuff like that, unless you're trying to be fancy.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just trying to shoot it.
Aw.
So yeah, where are you gonna shoot one?
It's just legs, right?
Yes,
Or is it like pelvis as well? It's just legs?
just legs. Up at
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
knees.
shoot
Yeah.
at like one of the knees to try and like break one in half.
Sure. Yeah, you fire into it. Your vulcanizer pistol heats up this substance and tears a hole through it. And some of the knee kind of sloughs off onto the ground.
I turn at the door and
Frostglade swings around and looks at the giant face like, huh?
Huh? Not bad, huh?
Cass is sitting there with her hands, like her head buried in her hands, just. Oh no.
All right, well, you show power
Frostglade
then,
curls
Cass.
Cass one-armed.
Cassandra
That'd
puts
be
her
pretty
hands on her
impressive, right?
hips, just holds herself straight.
Dave, I hope you weren't hoping to use any of this because it's not good.
I'm gonna say friend
It's
in
going nowhere.
Castlewood. I don't know.
Yeah.
Melon. I don't know.
Gentlemen, are you quite done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. I got nothing.
All right.
I'm done.
Now look at me, and I want you to say something deeply insulting and scarring towards me.
What?
You ramble on all the time. You never stop talking.
Your penmanship is atrocious.
That too.
I don't love your hair.
At that point, I like stop, turn around, like Frostglade. Oh my god.
Yeah, Cass looks visibly hurt by that one. My hair.
What are we doing?
Cass looks at both of you and she says, "While the things that you said may be true," she places a hand on both your shoulders. "I forgive you."
You can't
That-
reach my shoulder. I call no.
You're
I bend
cheating.
down to listen to this.
That was a beautiful moment, Isaac.
I know. I'm the worst player. Frostglade bends down to listen carefully to this, and he won't say another word for some time. I'm sorry, everyone.
and she touches your shoulder and says, I forgive you." Now that is the power of forgiveness. And she looks over at the
Look at the
statue.
door.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me face palming?
Yeah, it picks up really well, actually.
She really does. Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
great, good.
I just want to paint a picture from the angle you're looking at the door from. It's kind of like looking down at you, like over its nose,
Yeah.
and you
It's
can almost
staring down,
interpret
like-
that it is not super enthused at the moment.
Well, I thought it was a good idea.
It's super cute. I like it a lot.
I did like that. That was a good idea.
I suppose it is a more literal sense.
You know, I obviously I didn't mean what I said about how often you ramble.
No, that's all right. It did. I'm completely fine.
Aw.
Stupid fucking door.
This door
is
is
a
breaking
character.
us apart.
Fight a goddamn Trogoth. Almost die. Shaman. Everything. We are undone by a goddamn door.
Frostglade stands up, shrugs, and just walks towards the teeth. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, it was nice to know you.
Well, hold up there just 1 minute. I do have one final idea. I think I do know of one other way we might pass this test. I don't even know why we are trying to pass this test or get into this door. It does not seem conducive with our original plans on this island, but I must admit that I am intrigued. Cass will ask if we can call on the power of the Soulfire. I believe that is our most formidable weapon. I believe it would show the most power.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay.
Your flagrant ease of use. You are fragrant and beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I want someone to describe this. What do you guys do?
So I'm wondering if we can just call up the Soulfire as like kind of like a show and not like as like a use of it. I'm not really sure.
And not use a
If it
point,
works.
you know, Dave.
Yeah. I'm just looking to not use a point here.
You know, just not use it.
Can we just not use a point?
Are we just standing in a line and just going like,
Oh, you're all you're power posing? Yeah, like Super Saiyan stuff?
Joining hands, yeah.
So if you want to use it, you're going to have to expend it. You don't just summon an aura for free.
Damn it.
I'm not sure it's worth the trouble, but what do you two think?
I'm gonna walk up to the door and try and open it.
That is a much
You
more
try and, like, pull the
forward
teeth.
way. I agree with this.
Yeah, so you reach out, you try and paw at these bars, but they are very much interlocked, and they're overlapping to the point where you actually literally cannot grip it.
Mm.
Imagine like a bunch of swords like overlaying each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they're super tight. It's less sharp, but more like tight, kind of like that.
I pull out the vulcanizer pistol and look back and just shrug.
I say let her rip.
I shoot the door.
Okay.
Just, like angle down, head away.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay. What's the ladder here?
Frostglade's going to take a few steps back and keep his eye on the whole statue to see if it does anything while this is happening.
Sweet.
Just do it against average.
Okay. 4. And one of them is a 6, so I strip 1 armor off this door.
Take that door.
So, where is everyone standing?
5 damage, by the way.
I knew it. I fucking knew. I was going to be like, I duck and cover, but then I didn't have an
I did
opportunity to
turn
say
around
it,
and
and now I
shrug.
regret not like jumping in with that. I regret it now.
I turned around and shrugged and went like, is this cool? And you guys went, yeah, okay.
I'm back far enough so that I could see the statue,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's very far.
And Cass, you're kind of in the general area.
I imagine I'm pretty near
Yeah.
Frostglade here.
Okay, I'm going to roll a d3. All right, Frostglade, you have advantage on this check. Athletics body,
Advantage
do a 6-1. With actually advantage
Okay.
bringing it down to a 5-1.
Okay, yeah, I got that. It's gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry about me. Oh God, why? Okay, I've got a 6 and a 5, so I should be okay.
Okay,
Well, I don't know
thank
what I
God.
am.
you dive out of the way as the vulcanizer's blast rattles off the door and is immediately vaulted back at you
Oh my.
and goes sailing into the ocean.
Okri, why? Why?
I shrugged. I asked.
Yeah, that's okay. You're right. Yeah.
Well, now that he does bring
Waving my
that
gun
up
around.
again, I believe that he's in the right here.
Frostglade, as you hit the deck, I want you to do an awareness mind.
Nice. Oh, mind. Oh wait, that's always what awareness is. No problem.
Wait, a
Mind?
moment. And just tell me how many successes you get.
Depends on how many numbers I need.
Oh, you mean the value of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It was on Forest. It was on Forest.
We played this once or twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. 2.
2. Okay. You notice that where those 3 statues are, you notice a set of footprints facing them that match the general shape of what you'd imagine those statues have, meaning that the shape of the feet that dealt that blow to the statues was roughly the same size.
Some statue on statue violence.
The worst
Yeah,
kind.
that's interesting.
Are there tracks leading away
really strange.
or around?
Yeah, I could tell you that there is some general the foot. Maybe I should have mentioned this before as well, but there are general tracks in this area of the ones that I mentioned before, right? Like the Dwarden and the heavy footsteps that you saw coming here. They are in this general area more frequently than the trail.
Do they lead towards the door?
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's where they end, kind of thing.
Okay, so you notice the heavy Dwarden footprints end at the door. The other footprints go towards the door, but also come out.
Where does it go from there?
Towards the tree line behind you, kind of towards the ocean.
Huh.
Maybe we can follow those tracks.
Is this a red herring?
Well, we got nothing but time. I'm doing a lot of shrugging, guys.
Now, how badly do we want inside of that gate there?
I bet you inside that gate is what's wrong with that volcano.
I'm getting the same idea, and I do not know why, but I'm getting that feeling.
What's wrong with the volcano?
Well, it seems to be active. It seems to be threatening to overflow. I do not believe that is the normal state of this island, just based on the flora and fauna on the island. I imagine with all this smoke and debris, it would not be easy to grow here, but you can see that there's some well-developed trees. So this couldn't be, any more than a week. So this couldn't have been the case for more than a week here.
Fair enough. I like to walk back and check those other trails that you had mentioned. The
Sure.
heavier ones? Or that's the heavy ones? Yeah.
Yes. They match the statuary.
Yes.
So you walk. It's basically almost in a uniform, kind of straight line through the jungle towards the shoreline. As you follow it, you notice that there's almost like kind of machete-like chops going through the foliage, kind of leading outwards as you go. And as you reach the coastline, the tracks end.
Well,
Dang it.
Cass is back at the statue, by the way, still, and she's just rubbing her chin, trying to figure out the solution to this statue.
I'm gonna hurry back.
Dave, what was the exact phrasing of the line that Nico read out?
Show me power.
Show me power.
Well, honestly, the Soulfire idea was a solid one.
I'm so game.
It's whether we're willing to do it or not.
We have 4 points.
The gamer in me says no because of resource management. But I think in this case that might be the right way.
I should also mention, because this is the first time this really has come up, you guys, as a total binding, have 4 Soulfire.
Okay.
Now, the weird thing about this is kind of, we have the other party going at the same time. And you can have a total of equal to who's with you. So I think for purposes of what we want to do you guys want to say you guys took 2 Soulfire and the other people took 2 Soulfire?
Sure, why not? Yeah, that'd be fair. Because
seems fair.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
We'll split that Soulfire right down the middle.
Damn.
Yeah.
It seems an awful waste to just call upon the Soulfire with no rhyme or reason, but I suppose for curiosity's sake.
I think we have to do it.
Now, what we could do is try and have one person use it to quote maximize success to try and guile the door. It's magic. I don't know.
We could use it as a show of power, right?
Maximize
to do a
success.
thing.
It counts as there you go.
Yeah, to do a thing that is powerful. Now, destruction is not always the only type of power. There are other powers in this world, and I'm not partial to destroying part of the forest just to open up this gate. I wonder if you guys had a better idea. I see we're on the same page there, Frostglade.
I could slam my sword into the ground. It seems like brute force is the way to go. These statues were destroyed.
He's got a point. That is true. The statues were destroyed as a show of power.
I'm just over here trying to think outside of the box.
With it.
All right, that is my bad. Perhaps I should just be going a little bit more forward with this, a little bit more
Like, guys, you can ask me additional questions if you're unclear on anything, or
Like,
I think right now we're just trying to figure out like the best way to show our power.
it's like, are we talking like metaphysical? Are we talking physical? Like, is it, if I walk up to it and I'm going to go like, I gave money away to someone the last week, like, is it going to be like, that is a powerful choice to make?
I retweeted. It's a social cause.
I
real
imagine
world.
like
Protest.
any power, like if you were to like know magic, for example, like, or the power of creation, or actually that brings something to mind. Yeah, Cass will reach over to her. I'll call it a lapel, but it's really just part of her poncho. And pull off her little silver brooch that she keeps there, and she'll open it up and move up to the statue and kind of show it to the statue. And she'll talk to it. She'll say, "Well, if you're looking to see power, and it's something that I believe is one of the most powerful things in the world. See this right here?" And she'll kind of like point to the inside of it, and inside is a little picture. On one side is a picture of her father, and the other side is a picture of her daughter. She's pointing to her daughter, and she says, "Well, I made this. I made this creature. I made something. I think that is the most powerful thing in the world."
And the door is silent.
You're a real, you're a real son of a bitch, Mr. Statue, and I believe that we are at odds at this moment.
Mike Jack.
Wait, Cass, you're a mom?
Frostblade, you are clear to go ahead with the sword.
Yeah, fuck it up, Frostglade.
The actual statue. I don't think that's happening. As silly as it is, I kind of want to try ripping the statuary feet out of the ground again, even if it's just one of them. I feel like that would be pretty mighty.
Especially now that it's fused. You can use maximize success to just automatically have 6s in all your results.
Yeah, are we soul firing it though? Can I try again without it?
This thing disrespected me.
Do you guys have any questions? like, just ask some questions. Like,
No, quiet now, Dave. We're killing the door.
Dave, I definitely want to try again, minus the soul fire. In the background, while you're having this chat, there's Rocky like reefing on the feet.
Okay. I think I said 5s last time. Yeah.
I got 3 this time. That's only one.
3
better.
5s?
Fuck off. Yeah.
Can I do a lore check to see if I've seen any of these before in my travels?
I wanted to ask that earlier, but honestly, Frostblade's voice is hard.
So
this has got to be so frustrating for you, Dave, and like also thinking about like the editing part too. Like, holy shit! Like,
it's
just
all
like
staying in.
Oh god,
it's all staying in. No,
I rolled a lore mind check.
roll lore mind to do a 4-2. And in the background, while Okri is stroking his metal
I got
helmet,
5 successes.
we see Frostblade plant a foot on the ground and both hands like try and pull a stone foot out of the ground. And what did you get?
I got 5 successes.
Oh, that's very good.
Oh,
2
Okay.
6s, 2 5s, a 3 that I turned into a 4.
With everything, and you notice these runes written on the door. You notice the shape of the face. You see these eyes alight with flame. You believe that this is initially constructed by the Fyreslayer clans, which is these are Dwarden who are very warrior-like. They often, eschew the values of flame and fire, and they are huge proponents of physical combat. And the few things that they like more than fire and fighting is drink. And yeah, you could tell that this is a clearly, Fyreslayer in origin.
I will relay that information to the rest. Well, they care about martial combat.
in response, I definitely sipped some tea.
Okra comes to that realization. One of the feet comes off, cracking at the ankle, and you go kind of careening onto your back. But ultimately, the pulling of the foot from the ground does not seem to sway the door.
That's fair. Frostglade lays on his back for a while and considers how he got to this point.
Like in life.
I'll be here for a while.
I know I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Cass is gonna go over and sit by him, like kind of lean up against him in a foul mood. She's kind of like, eyes narrowed, and yeah, she's a bit PO'd with this statue. Yeah, It's a
I
terrible
don't even
rude
want to
thing.
be here.
I don't know why we came here.
Oakrey made us come here.
This is all Oakrey's fault. Why didn't he tell us about the
know what?
Fyreslayer thing?
You know, fuck you guys. I had a good thing going on back home.
Oh,
Everything
Soulbound
was
out or off.
You know what? I don't even know why I joined this. I just joined this place so I could leave my old captain. And fucking here he is.
We came out here
islands.
just to grow some goddamn vegetables, and now look at us.
I'm a tree.
Okay, so you did relay that information, though,
I
Oakrey?
did, yeah, 100% I did.
Okay. So after we have our little fit, I'm sure we actually end up we starwape to all of us having a thumb war together and laughing uproariously. Three-way thumb war.
Oh my
You
God.
almost got me.
I have never participated in a three-way thumb war in my life. This
stop
is
saying three-way.
highly
And-
exhilarating.
And the power of friendship opens the door. So now that we know that,
I strike
they want us to fight each
Frostglade
other.
in the knee. Just turn around and just
Ow.
fist the knee. I do that.
Okay.
I just go, yeah.
You're gonna have to do an attack roll.
Oh,
Just like
shit,
with your
okay.
hand or something? Just
Yeah,
like you
with
just
my
punch him in
hand,
the knee?
I'm just punching him in the knee. Are we just doing body or are we actually adding weapon skill? I'm not even using a weapon. Might?
Yeah, I guess it'd be off base body then. Yeah.
Space body?
guys, we're going to slap each other ineffectually for the next 10 minutes.
I'm
until-
average, by the way. What's your defense? Good?
Good.
I hit you twice. 2 damage.
Ow! That's my armor!
Yeah. So do you have armor too?
I do, yeah.
Okay. The door is unfazed.
Mother.
I point to Oakrey. Oakrey, you're on. And she runs over the far side
What?
of those statue legs. Yeah, kneels down. I assume that they're far enough off the ground. She slams down her elbow onto it, and then she looks at Oakrey. And she has a hand out.
Run up. Slam the elbow as well. All right.
I hope you like eating dirt, because that's about what you're gonna do right now.
I hope you like eating dirt, because that's probably a lot like home.
And Frostglade says, oh yeah! And he goes and runs and tries to pull up another leg while you guys are doing that.
Oakrey and Cass do an opposed body might check.
I do not have might.
I do have body though. Let's roll.
It's
4?
gonna be on
The
4s.
base being 4, right?
Dose.
Dose.
You're still in the middle.
Again?
They're both up. Yeah, keep going.
That's not bad for a child in my eyes, but perhaps you got better than that, Mr. Oakerson.
Oakrey, Frostglade pulls up another leg out of the ground as this happens.
We turn into idiots.
Cass, what did you roll?
2 successes on this.
You
Two
both got 2
successes as well.
successes again? Okay. Do it again. You're still in the middle. No one's won. But
You are
I
a
think the
formidable
veins are
foe.
popping on your temples as this happens.
This. I will bury you.
I rolled 1 success.
I rolled 1 success.
Like, you're both breaking out into cold sweats.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
I got 2 success.
I got none.
Okay. Cass, describe it.
Describe your kill!
Snap his fucking
Cass
neck.
leads him into a false sense of security,
Oh no,
allowing
she's doing
him
the
to
like,
get a.
oh no.
And at the very last second, she twists her wrist to get the leverage on Oakrey, and she says,
Nani?
"It's over." And then she pulls down on him and slams his fist into the stone.
Oakrey, you're humiliated. Frostglade standing there, roaring at the sky, holding a broken and shattered leg. The door that seems to be looking at all of you blinks once, says, "Noise," and the teeth lower into the ground.
You can talk?
Cass goes in for a high five. Actually, she's pleased. She's happy with this.
High five, Cass. I gave you that one.
I'll let you believe that.
I'll say whether or not that noise is canon or not is TBD.
Oh.
Okay.
You see the interior of the mountain lit with a flicker of flame. The way to the interior of the volcano is now open to you after far, far too long.
Guys, it took us 2 hours to get to the door and open it.
Hey, you know what?
It's fine.
That's
fine.
RPGs, baby.
Yeah.
The DM goes, "Hey, this is going to be a fun, easy puzzle and riddle." No.
Oh, please don't turn that into a whole episode. Don't shame us like that, Dave. Don't do me like that.
Hey Questers, it's your DM Dave here, and I just wanted to jump in and actually do something a little bit out of the ordinary because we're going to talk about what this campaign is kind of moving forward going to be. Before we had a few longer strings of sequences where the players would kind of go on like a little campaign adventure kind of thing. What we're going to have going forward as they explore the Sigmar Islands is a bit of a West Marches style of play, which means that they are going to, amongst the players that we have, they're going to form groups and they're going to go based on exploring different hexes, try and, chase down rumors, threats, and fears that have been presented to them. And ultimately, it's going to be very self-directed from here on out. So we're going to see a lot more small adventures. We're going to try and keep it to adventures that take maybe 1, 2, or even 3 episodes at a time. And really what that's going to do is we're going to try and have, different party dynamics as we play out. And I think that would be really interesting because they're going to be able to explore these little micro sandboxes as we kind of go through everything. So I think that should be a ton of fun. This is the first one as Frostglade, Cass, and Okri explore this island. We're going to try and do this in 1 or 2 episodes each. So please let us know if this is something you like, or if you want to kind of see us go back to the old format. Please feel free to let us know. You can swing by our Discord and chat with us about stuff. It's great to talk with people in there. It's pretty easy to get a response from the players and everything if you jump in and ask. So I think it's a great little community so far. If you want to get in on that, please feel free and just take a look. It's in the show notes for a direct link. As well, we are going to be posting up another episode next week, which is, what day is it? It's the 27th of January. So we're still going weekly. I wanted to sink a lot more time into getting this episode kind of shipshape, but I had to call it somewhere, so that's where it is. What else am I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. If you like the show, please consider sharing it and, giving us a review on Apple Podcasts. It really does help. And also, I noticed that, we have been getting a fair bit more subscribers lately, so I just wanted to say welcome to anyone who's new to the show. We are playing Age of Sigmar Soulbound. It's a ton of fun. We are exploring all the weird, dark corners of the mortal realms right now. And we'll see what these 3 get into next. So thanks for coming along with us. Cheers. So, with no time at all, with no trepidation or doubt within your minds, the binding finds itself at the threshold of the interior of the volcano. Within, looking through this archway, this brass maw that leads its way inside, you see a long hallway that is carved out of the interior of this volcanic rock. You see small vents of lava flowing from the roof down along the walls on either side of the chamber.
Yikes.
To your immediate left, looking down this corridor, you see a large metal door, low and wide. It is gilded around the edges with fine etchings of glorious combat. And actually, you notice just as immediately on your right as you enter, you see a figure dashed against the wall. The figure is humanoid, hewn from a green stone-like substance, the legs matching the ones that you had seen outside. You now see this figure in its entirety. It is slumped against the wall. It is wearing deep red and gold lamellar armor fused into their body.
Wow.
And you notice the head is slumped forward and it is not moving. And next to this figure, you see a large void in the wall opposite the door. It is broken and cracked, exposing the bare rock of the mountain and illuminated with the telltale light of lava from the bottom of this shaft. So to clarify, it's basically a void in the wall that drops down into what you could perceive as being some kind of lava
pit
area. And further down the hallway, there is a door off to your right, but you can't really quite make it out from this angle. And facing you directly at the end of this hallway is a large archway. It'd be about 50 feet down. And you can kind of tell, like from this framing, that it is leading into the core of the volcano. You can't see much into it, but you can kind of see the roiling steam and bubbling red of telltale lava.
I hate to bring this up now, since it feels like we were only asking ourselves the question, could we instead of should we? But now that we are this far in, Okri, I gotta ask you, what do you know about these Fyreslayer folk? Because I imagine at this point we may have just walked into their domicile, and I imagine they would not be too pleased about some interlopers in their lands.
Hey, then you won't like what I'm about to say there, Cass. They're prickly, proud, territorial, traditional, and prejudiced?
See.
Yeah.
I should also mention, just briefly, as you step into this threshold, you do see feel like blasts of heat coming off. You could tell that if you move further into the volcano, like through that threshold, for example, it's going to get very hot and be difficult. But from right now, imagine you're standing in a very hot sauna.
Okay. Well, I believe that this mission has turned from one of finding food into a diplomacy mission then.
Yes. Ogre, when you look at that statue, can you see its magic?
Flick the lens on.
Yes, you're looking at the figure against the wall.
Yes.
Similar to the set of legs outside, you kind of only see like the flicker of remnants of magic. It is very much inert.
There's only a little bit left. Give me a second here. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna can I angle the head up to take a look at the face?
Yeah, sure. As you, it is heavy, by the way, I will say. As you push it up against the wall...
Frostblade, give me a hand, please.
As you push it up against the wall, the head rolls back, and you see this face etched out of stone in the shape of a skull with two large, angry-looking voids in the center where its eyes would be, almost a stitch-like set of teeth, and a ribbed crown of bone along the top of its head. And you notice that as you touch it, it's the back of its head has been shattered open entirely, and its chest has been fractured as well.
And you just said it had some sort of layered lamellar armor?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Can I do a lore check to figure out what the hell this is?
Sure. Do a lore mind. This is not going to be easy, so I'm going to say a 5-2.
Okra, I feel I'm full of questions these days, but you seem to be the foremost on the knowledge of the dwarven people. What in God's name is this thing?
Gus, I'm going to level with you. I don't think it's Dwarden, and I got 2 successes.
You know that these, ever since the Necroquake, there has been rumors of these creatures across the mortal realms. They are servants of Nagash. They are essentially living ossuaries of souls ripped from the realms of the living and stuffed inside automatons. This is an Ossiarch Bone Reaper.
I'm going to take a step back very quickly. Just...
Okay, your trepidation is making me concerned.
Oh, this is very not good. This is...
What is it?
Oh, no! And I relay the information about what this is. Is it like a Mortec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very, very humanoid in general size. It has a shield kind of cast along the hallway near it and a blade that's kind of fallen away.
I'm going to grab that shield at some point. But right now, Frostglade is just listening with a great deal of intent to Okri's kind of mini freakout.
Just you don't understand. These things, these are not skeletons. These are not ghouls. These are not just simple ghosts. These are souls of warriors. These are souls of people. This mashed together, shoved into a body made of extremely hard, durable, and kind of the body's made of jade. I hit
Yes.
the body made of jade. It's made of jade.
Yeah, so the bodies are made of Ignis Jade, and it has plated red armor with gold trim.
Yeah.
Now I'm just putting 2 and 2 together here, but it appears that perhaps we are not the first ones on this island. But I would say that,
Or the second.
based on what I'm finding here, that perhaps there are these Ossiarch, as you put it, floating around on some vessels in the area, and that is quite concerning.
Possibly, yes.
Not only for us, but for the
Yes.
people of this the islands.
Well, seems we might have to delve deeper into here. How are you feeling? How's the heat?
We have to go on. They're too close to us on Torlin. And our new friends.
Frostblade's going to straighten up and put his lean his gear against the wall with a great deal of care, especially that great huge redwood bow. Gonna lean it against the wall with great care, and then he's going to dig into his a little belt pouch and pull out a pot and unscrew the cap, and then with some reverence and care, he's going to dip his fingers in and trace iron bark oil all over the runes on his body. And you guys can see as he's screwing the lid back on this thing that the bark covering like the living flesh beneath grows even more armor-like and intense and
more
sharp. Correct. Yeah, just there.
The leaf. Name of the leaf, the branch, and the holy root.
We'll talk about that maybe some other time. But yes.
I believe your prudence is correct here, Frostblade. As the overarching situation is concerning about the presence of these Arsiarch. What I'm more concerned about in the present is whatever did that to this Arsiarch. And she points at him being like this Arsiarch Bone Reaver being just smashed against the wall.
You hope it's the Dwarden.
Based on your description of them, I'm hoping it wasn't.
I mean, as prickly as they can be, they're better than the dead. So
they seem ornery at best.
Wow, that's a great word to describe them. From what I know of them, I suggest we delve deeper,
but with caution, if possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of caution, and it's going to take I'll jump in with Frostblade what he says, but what I want to do is I want to scout slightly ahead and actually stealth because he's pretty good at it. And at the very least, like, we won't just blunder into every encounter. What Frostblade says is, "Screw you, Dave."
Design better encounters.
Hands up, get him, Dave. I get all of Okri's gear.
Give it time.
I've wanted his lenses since the first session.
Finally comes
what
out.
Frostblade says is,
I will scout ahead. I will come back the moment there is trouble. Stay back 100 feet.
that's pretty specific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to leave to do that. The hallway is only 50 feet long.
Cass looks at the 8-foot Frostblade. Cass looks at the 8-foot Frostblade and goes
12. Closer to 12.
The 12-foot Frostblade and goes, I am sure that a 12-foot walking tree will go unnoticed in this heavily forested area.
Frostblade turns and looks at you, and his face is just absolutely flat. He never looks like, he doesn't really crack smiles, or he doesn't ever look amused. He looks even a little bit more annoyed than usual, and then goes, and this never goes well, but then he goes, good one.
As I should also mention, as Frostblade turns away to look back down the hallway, the height of these ceilings are scraping against the top of his tree crown.
Well, when I crouch and I'm in stealth mode, Dave, that lowers my height by roughly half a foot to 2 feet, so I should be fine.
Are you like Assassin's
I push
Creed,
that
just
button
kinda
now.
like a little hunched over?
Yeah.
You put the hood up
Toggle
on your leaf cloak.
He crawls on all fours ahead of you, bark ass in the air in front of you as you walks down the hall. So go ahead and roll your stealth.
Okay. that's good, Dave. Let's keep rolling. It's good. Stealth. I haven't rolled this since session 1.
It's going to be stealth body. We'll do it on 4. So the way I like to do this is, given the conditions and everything, you're a giant tree in a very you couldn't just blend into things, right? Just given the environment. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder. So we'll say it's on 5s.
Fair.
Roll on 5s, and then anything that could observe you would roll in opposition.
Cool. Sold. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think it's much more about not being heard. If something's looking at me, I guess it'll see me.
Sure.
Anywho. Oh, drop that one. Oh, great start though. Okay, it got worse, but that's 3 successes.
Nice. Okay. So you make it down the hallway like a bushy ninja. You creep up to the edge of the door on the right that was ahead of you. Do you look in?
Probably just close my eyes and walk through. Yeah, I'll peek in with care. Sorry, there's much salt with this one. Sorry.
So actually, as you reach the door frame, you actually smell like iron. As you creep over, and as you gently peer around the corner, what you see ahead of you is a long dining hall-like area with giant brass casks along the wall of ale. But more immediately, you actually see this room is covered in the remains of Dwarden, as they have been slashed and hacked and generally left to die in this room. It's very, very bloody.
So Frostglade peeks slowly in, takes in the scene, peeks slowly back out, and just looks back at Okri and gives him like a flat mouth, like
just neck, just
head shake.
Stop, nah. Oh no.
So by the way, meanwhile, back in the past, Frostglade collected the thing's shield, and also you said it had a weapon that was on the ground.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like a gladius, right?
I will send those to you. Yeah, kind of like
Rad.
a gladius.
Cool. Sword.
Sword.
It's got to be almost more like a buckler for you.
Yeah.
Sold. I'll just scoop it up, Dave. I'm not going to use it right now.
Okay,
Flash
thank
forward
you.
to it being the only thing I talk about for the next 10 minutes. I need to know about the shield.
My buckler absorbs all of the arrow shots.
Yeah.
Just moving your arms super
So
fast.
Frostglade is going to creep back to the other two now.
Many dead Dwarden killed in the next room. It is a slaughterhouse.
Oh no. Well, that's not good at all.
But they were not soulbound.
They were still people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
All that matters is life.
And then Frostglade runs away.
fucking Naruto runs out. Just
Yeah, maybe I'm not giving this the proper gravity.
I'd like to walk into that room, please.
Sure. Yeah. So there's just to clarify as well. There is the initial door that you bypassed that was directly across from that crushed Mortec. That is currently sealed shut. You're going further down the hallway to the door on the right. That's about half the distance towards the threshold to the interior of the volcano itself. So, Okri, as you round the corner here, you see this scene as well. You notice there's easily 20 Dwarden in here that have been killed.
Oh my.
And they're in various states of evisceration. What would you like to know?
I would like to take kind of a scope of, like, from what I might know and from what I can tell about this base, how many of them died versus how many of them would live in here, and also
Sure.
Just if there's anything of like interest or value here in the room.
Do an awareness. Do an awareness for 3, and if you can get over that, I can give you some additional information.
I got 3. I got 3. Yeah.
Okay. So you can tell, just based on the layout of this room, the way it's carved out and everything, there's actually no like antechambers or anything leading off of this room. Now you don't know what lies, further in towards the volcano section, and you have that other room that you don't know where that goes. So it's very difficult at this point to get a sense of how expansive this is, or the general population. I can tell you, what else can I tell you? So as you're looking through and you're seeing these bodies and the attack that
Something
took place
else I
here.
want to know. Sorry, if they all died here or they were dragged here. Yeah.
Sure. So the way that you see this happening is this is a very methodical, very surgical slashes. They were not horribly maimed, and they were not dragged or tortured or anything like that. Like you could tell, whatever came in here killed very swiftly and efficiently before leaving.
Yikes.
This is
Are there any other gear around? Have they been stripped of their stuff?
No, honestly, that's one of the things that you notice right away is there's been zero looting in here.
This is a travesty. I believe that our mission has now become from attempting to scout an island for food, to diplomacy, to a rescue operation. We should check to see if there are any survivors, or perhaps anyone left alive, or perhaps something that would give us a better idea as to who. I mean, we kind of have an idea, but where they're coming from.
No, fair enough. That's true. Yeah. Can't let this happen to Gromerstown or Blades Reach or anything like that. That's for sure.
I'd like to do a quick walk around to see if there are any alive.
Yeah, you can just take some time to do that. I'm not going to make you roll for that. So you kind of go around. You're looking at the bodies and seeing the general sense of carnage. There are no survivors in this room.
Okay.
You can tell that any wounds that have been sustained. Well, no, you'd have to roll to see if like the age of anything. But yeah, there's no survivors in here.
Yeah, I would like to know how long ago this happened, as well as like
Sure.
Something very specific, because you said all these wounds are they're surgical, so I assume it doesn't look like there was a struggle, and these guys are, as we've learned, apparently very combative. So, like, what if there's any information I can glean about, like, you know, why there was no struggle? Like, it almost as if they were asleep, I guess, or perhaps they were charmed in some way.
Well, go ahead. First off, roll a medicine mind.
Okay.
That'll kind of give you the
Can I
state
help
of
with
the
that,
bodies and
Dave?
everything like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, Frostblade would also be interested in that.
And while I'm doing that, I'll ask Okri to check the body, see if there's like residual like magic, anything that would resemble something that would have like incapacitated them.
Yeah. I have one training in medicine, so you get 1 dice from me.
Okay, medicine mind,
Nice,
and then
and you get another one from me as well.
So you'd get total 3 then, because you're getting 1 for help and then 1 for the people being trained.
Okay, so I have 3 just because I have 3 mind, and then I add 3 to that, so that's 6 total.
Okay, so on 4s?
Not great, guys. 2 success.
So yeah, you're not able to know too much. I'll also just step in and clarify something, because I think the wrong interpretation was maybe gleaned, and it's probably on me. You don't get the impression that these strikes and slashes are very like methodical and very surgical. It's not like these Dwarden were not fighting back.
Okay.
It was just precise strikes.
Almost as if they were just so outmatched that they couldn't fight back. Got it. I guess I see to Okri. Do you see any magic stuff?
Do I?
Sure, flip on and do an awareness.
Okay.
Awareness mind on 4s, 4-2.
I got 2 successes.
You'll be seeing some Urgold in here.
Ooh.
I'll need to check in specifically what that would entail, but you know, these Fyreslayers, I don't know if you necessarily would call it magic, but you know, they do imbue themselves with runes, you know, as part of their oaths and you know, their culture. So you can see those. But yeah, in terms of like outright magic items, no, not really.
Okay. Well, we'll have to return here later to properly. I do not know the traditions of these people, but to inter their bodies. But we should move on and see if there's anybody else alive out there.
Yes.
I'd like to do the same thing as before, Dave. I'll stealth ahead a little bit and hopefully not tip anyone
Sure.
off.
Yeah, so you're going, where are you going? Like you're going through that door or through the threshold into the interior of the volcano?
What's closest?
The door that was on your left was like immediately at the entrance. You went further ahead, so they're actually literally equal distance right now.
Yeah, I think we should go through the doors rather than into the central part of the volcano for raisins. So head for the door.
Okay, cool. So as you head towards it, you're going the doors, you know, directly opposite this pit and the shattered body laying next to it. So it's kind of like right there next to the door as you come in. Okay. What do you do? You're stealthing?
Definitely stealthing. Yeah. So we already walked right past this door, then, eh?
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Well, better late than never. I'm really not very stealthy. That was a lot of dice to. What's the DC?
Well, I'm gonna have to roll against. What was your success rate?
Like
it was on 4s. It was on 4s.
Then 1.
You don't notice anything.
Cool.
You make it up to the door and there's no noticeable reaction.
Cool. Is there a doorknob?
There's like a pair of those like rings, you know, that you kind of pull.
Cool.
on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press my ear. I mean, sorry, not ear. My head holes against the door, and I'll roll
like
an awareness.
salamander. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure. Do an awareness mind for 3.
2 successes there.
Okay. I said 3, so you don't hear anything.
Can I walk up and turn the
Cool.
X-ray vision on?
Sure. Okay, so you're going right up to the door?
Yep. I can see up to 5 feet in depth. So
Cool.
oh.
So you
Sorry,
see
the
on the
door
other
is
side of
6
this.
feet thick.
Yeah. So you go up to the door, you scan and see through. Opposite the door at the top of the room, you see a large column suspended by a pair of ropes going towards the back. At the front of this column is the head, the golden head of a dragon, or rather a drake. And in the rest of this room, you notice it is a barracks. So there's lots of beds. You know, there's well, I guess that's kind of all you would see from here, but you kind of see that kind of going into the distance, rows of like bed slabs.
Can you describe that column for me again one more time? It's like a coffin
Sure.
suspended
Yeah,
by rope or chains.
Yeah. So kind of looking into the room, it is about let's say 5 feet away from the door directly, and about 10 feet in the air. It is suspended by a pair of pulleys. And that's kind of what you can make out from this distance.
And there's a drake's head at the end of it, and it's just like a big slab, right?
Facing the door. It's kind of like if you imagine like the prow of a ship. It's like one of those figureheads, if you will.
Hey.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like rounded at the end with a big kind of snout, roughly the size of a human torso.
It's not like
Right.
set up to swing down.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything.
That column's not set up to swing down and like hit you as you enter it, is it?
Well, that's what it sounds like to me. But we'll find out. Or maybe not.
Frostglade,
What
there's
do you
nothing on the other side.
Frostglade walks through the door. It's fine.
Well, I was about to say, no, wait. Mind, there is,
Ow,
and I'm going to explain
Oakrey-wise.
the pulley and where it is and how it might swing down, so.
Did Frostblade walk through the door?
Oh, definitely not. No, I was waiting patiently. After saying, what do I don't hear anything. And, being very patient and
I
safe.
would relay that there is some sort of battering ram in the air that may possibly swing down and hit us.
I see.
Frostglade walks through the door. Just kidding, Dave. Frostglade's going to put his hand on one of the rings, and he's going to. Is it a push door or a pull door? Sounds like a pull door.
It's a pull door.
Yeah. He'll just make sure you guys are cleared away, and he'll
Right.
pull the door
Cast
open
clear.
and also not stand directly in the way.
Okay, cool. You hear a heavy click, and this pillar drops and swings out, and swings into the hallway, and kind of like gently rocks back and forth.
I'm quite thankful for your X-ray vision, Oakrey.
Good.
Yeah, me too. I'm jealous.
Cass is gonna poke her little head in there and be like, "We're here to help. If there's anybody in here, we're just travelers and we're trying to lend aid. So please, we're making ourselves aware. We're making you aware of ourselves. So please, make us aware of you if you need anything or help. Is there anyone alive here? Please say yes."
The room is quiet.
Anyone alive?
Cass will step
Okay.
in just to do a quick check in case there's anybody unconscious.
You look in, and the pit trap fires, and you fall down into it. No. It's an empty barracks. It doesn't seem like there has been too much activity in here. You do see a single dead Fyreslayer that is, pinned up against the wall. But other than that, the room is empty. And honestly, like there's bed slabs and like what are those things called? Like they're sitting at like a chest at the end of the bed.
Footlocker?
Trunk.
Footlocker.
Hey,
Footlockers.
quite literally. footlockers.
Those have been opened, but nothing has been taken.
It seems
What's
to me
in
that,
I'm also in the room now.
Personal effects a lot of the time. Their general gear, supplies. Actually, each of you who wants to go through this room, roll 1d6.
5.
got a 1.
2.
Okay, each of you get loot that basically will translate into that many files of Aqua Garanis.
That many files.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I wish I'd rolled higher than a 1.
Sick.
Yeah, me too.
I won't be taking that though.
Or
It's
higher
not
than
mine.
I'm stuffing my pockets.
If it's... Frostglade's also gonna take it, no problem.
You two are quite uncouth. It seems to me as if this one fella here may have.
Yeah. I was gonna say out in Kazalid, is anyone still out here? Is anybody still here? In the Dwarven tongue.
Yeah. So Oakrey, as you as you look into this room and you call out, I think you kind of just get this general sense of loneliness as you see these this really fine craftsmanship, all these trinkets, crafted by these almost like monk-like Fyreslayers in this mountain, and you get the impression that this has all been just taken away for some reason.
What's
no one
got the guy pinned to the wall? What's he pinned by?
He's got the head of a halberd kind of like pinned into his chest, and he's actually like leaning against the wall. Sorry, pinned is maybe a bit deceptive.
Okay. I'm pretty keen to. Yeah, fair. I am keen to collect that halberd. So Frostglade will, with care, extricate the halberd from the poor pinned dwarf, and
sure.
Let me know what happens.
So you remove it, and not much. Like I guess maybe some. No blood wouldn't even run out. You take it out, and it's like the head and like 5 inches of
shaft.
It's the head and 5 inches of shaft. As you rip it.
I was going to save you from saying it, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not a halberd. It's a busted halberd. All right. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Can we keep following this path?
Yeah, let's.
The path ends. This is just the single room. You get the impression there's literally like 2 rooms in this. It's very, very Spartan kind of quarters here. But you do kind of just see general personal effects, beds. It's pretty much it.
We have to go inside.
It sounds like we must. Cass is gonna take off her poncho. It is scorching in here.
I'm gonna like unzip the pit vents in my suit.
Oh,
Ew.
good gracious! I thought it was sulfurous before, but now this is something new.
Are you okay, Okri?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, no.
It's very
Why?
warm.
I did not think I could not imagine this kind of smell before. I feel as if
one of the leaves just wilts on you.
Cass is behind you. And her arm is outstretched. She says, "Take me with you."
See, how long have you guys been in here for? You guys have probably been in here only for about 10-15 minutes, eh?
Yeah, something like that.
I'd say
At
probably
most, yeah.
25.
Okay.
Maybe because we were searching around quite a bit in the other room.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll say 2025, and you do hear from further inside. You hear ricochet and like just seismic activity coming from inside the volcano, and like popping of like bubbly lava and everything like that coming from inside it. It shoots up a plume of another explosion, rips another plume of smoke into the sky. You do notice that it's been crafted in such a way that this heat, the excess heat, doesn't really blast out this way. It's funneled up towards the top.
That's good.
So you're not
Yeah,
eviscerated
otherwise
or
we'd be
anything.
dead.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I have a concern about being cremated alive at this point.
Yes.
I scout away.
Okay.
That's better. Oh, that's way better. 4. Well, 4 good rolls.
How good is good? What's beyond 5s?
4
Remember in
fours
the
are-
hallway.
Fuck. All right. Only 3 then.
4 4s are fucked.
Damn it.
4 4s are fuck.
I did forget they were on 5s. Damn it.
So Frostglade, as you don't hear too much, and you hear this general, roiling furnace in the center of this volcano. As you get closer to the door, I think a branchlet kind of like snaps on the door frame nearby, and you hear almost this kind of like low sizzling sound immediately stop.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Frostglade. Oh god. Sorry, my pop filter. Why? Frostglade will freeze at his own incompetence, and I'll probably just stand stock still, except to bring one hand very slowly up and a palmed outstretched to the guys who I'm assuming are running out of the volcano. No, just to make sure they don't just come running up. Does anything happen? I'm very patient.
Yeah, so after a few moments, you notice actually the temperature in the volcano cools significantly.
Oh.
Huh. Well, that's neat. Do the other two also notice that?
Describe. Where are you guys? From back there.
We're back in the Spartan room.
Yeah.
Probably not enough from there because they do have those like lava vents
Oh, yeah.
That are kind of heating the immediate area. So Frostblade, I'll describe the interior here. You can imagine, it is kind of a general circular sort of room.
Am I peeking in?
Are you peeking in?
I would love to. If that would be the next step for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. With great care.
So, with great care and patience, you look around the corner. So the inside of this, you can imagine, the walls of the volcano, reach up, and you do see like a little bit of light towards the top, kind of shining in. Although shining in is a little bit moot because there is lava everywhere. There is a kind of raised edge, around the surface that looks like it's been carved, by hand. And then you have so within the circle you have a bit of a drop, only about a 5-foot drop towards like the surface of the lava. You notice that as that sound stopped, you notice the lava cooling like quite significantly until the surface has actually cooled to be like hardened black. You can kind of see some cracks of lava underneath it, but it firms up to almost be walkable. And then you see around the edges, there's been a lot of, volcanic splashing onto the side. So whereas this was initially like well carved and maintained, you see like, chunks of debris and have landed on here and cooled. You see opposite of you, there is a large a relief of a Dwarden. It seems massive. You might not be familiar with it yourself, but it's easily 30 feet tall. And on the other side, directly opposite, if you were to kind of go around this ringed circle, you see a kind of like a carved metal, kind of device. It also has the head of a Dwarden carved into it. It's very kind of common architecture in here, but you can't kind of see beyond that. So it's almost like there's some kind of forge on the other side.
Huh. The 30-foot tall Dwarden, you said it was like a bas relief? Is it like a statue, or is it literally just like in the wall carved into it?
It's carved into the wall, into the volcano's rock.
Oh, that's neat.
Nice.
Huh. Frostlade's going to quietly head back to the other two, and he'll do his best to describe it, but what he's really keen in on is the different sounds he heard when he himself might have tipped off whatever's in there. So he says,
I'm worried that the lava is somehow alive. When I made a noise, the temperature dropped, and then the sounds of the lava stopped.
That's what we want, isn't it? We want the lava to stop, no?
I guess, but what made it stop?
Now, I'm no volcanoologist, but that sounds like what we want.
You keep saying that. You mentioned a lever of some kind, yes? Some sort of device?
I would have described it as a...
device.
Nice.
I don't know.
Nice.
I could probably figure out what that does or what that might mean. I have to get there. I'd like to peek my head and take a look. Flick on the magic switch. Any magic?
Okri, do an awareness mind 4-3.
I've got a question that I think is on everyone's minds. How are the owls doing?
Oh no!
They're dabbing their foreheads with little handkerchiefs.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no!
We'll leave it there. Frostblade is scared to check.
He hasn't heard any hooting in a while.
I got 3
It's been a
successes.
bit, yeah.
3? Okay. You cast your gaze in, and for a moment you see nothing. There's nothing really that seems out of sorts in terms of that, but then you notice kind of like an aura underneath the surface of the lava moving around.
Turn it off. Turn back around. There's something in the lava.
I'd like to do a nature check. Cass doesn't like. She's got like a couple of hobbies, but one of the things that she likes is
This is volcanoologist.
as volcanologist. Actually, no, it would be more along like a bestiary. She deals with animals often. Hears stories about them. She wants to check to see if she might know what this could be.
She's been peeking into Bort's Where the Wild Things Be, yes?
I imagine that's possible. I rolled a mind nature. I don't know if that's correct or not.
My nature, it's going to be difficult for lava-based creatures, although you do live in Akshi, so... okay, so do a nature mind. Let's do a 4-3.
I got 2, so not quite.
Okay. You're not sure. Has Cass lived in Akshi her entire life?
Yes, she has.
So you do know that there's predisposition for, fire tolerance. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that there are things living in lava.
Mm-hmm.
That's not unheard of, but you're not sure what it could be specifically.
Gotcha. As a now amateur volcanologist, I advise caution. I believe that there may be some creature that calls this place its home. Though I suppose it stands to reason that if the dwarves lived here, then maybe it might be a tame creature, although could be upset at their death. There's a lot of possibilities.
Ogre, will your gun hurt it if it can't be burnt?
I don't know. This thing lives in lava. I don't know how thick must its hide be. I have no idea, Frostblade. I wish I knew.
I don't know.
Well, let's concentrate on not aggravating it in the first place.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay.
How far is that lever, and can I reach it?
Yeah, sure. So I would say that the volcano in diameter is probably about... It's very difficult to imagine the inside of a volcano like this, but I would say it's like roughly like football field sized across.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That's
very international,
it's across the lake.
acceptable for us, huh? Like
Yes,
lengthwise, that's the diameter. Yeah.
Okay.
Blood Bowl, right, Dave? Blood Bowl.
Yeah, Blood Bowl field length across. That's
Blood
great. I
Bowl
love
pitch.
that. Yeah.
I did it, guys. I did it.
Nice.
You're in.
I'd like to get to that lever.
I would like to cover him if he goes running off into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to that lever.
Okay. Now there's two general ways you could tell. Like there is this foundation around the sides.
Causeway.
Yeah, the causeway. It's kind of like a Bridge of Khazad-dûm kind of style, situation. Yeah. And then you have a lower lava kind of level. It's actually not that much farther down. It's only about I think I said 5 feet and across. But it is the lava has actually cooled significantly. So where are you going?
I'm gonna go with the causeway. I'm gonna look at that lava and go, absolutely not. I'm not trying that out.
I believe that's the
Not
right choice,
today,
Oak
Dave.
If it was liquid lava one time, I believe it could be liquid lava again.
How long did it take for it to cool, Dave? Just, this is the wrong time to ask that question. Frostblade muses to himself as he draws and knocks an arrow.
Huh. So Okri, you're barely 1/3 of the way across when you hear bubbling and cracking resume in the volcano. You notice the underneath this lava pool, it starts to shake and crack to the point where the lava kind of like fractures, and you see light shine up through the cracking surface, and you see a single molten fist smash its way through the surface, open and to reveal a large set of 3 claws with a thumb. It breaches the surface, pulls itself up, and you see this creature with 2 arms, a large wide body of pure fire and ash, hulk its way out of the ground. It has a face like a drake with pointed jaws, a spikes going back. It appears to be made of lava itself, and it pushes its way out of the lava towards you.
Okri, what did you do?